Hello, everyone. I decided to start to document my journey to save up $15,000 for my emergency fund. If you watch my other videos, I've mentioned several times that initially I had a $3,000 emergency fund, but after just giving some thought on my situation, meaning I am a single parent, I have a daughter who is severely disabled, I started to feel a little bit uneasy in terms of just having a $3,000 emergency fund. So I thought, let me bump it up to $15,000. Now, if you're wondering why were you even comfortable at a $3,000 base, just given your situation, it's because I do have a brokerage account that has over $100,000 in it. So my initial thought was, okay, I'll keep this $3,000 emergency fund in a high yield savings account. In this case, it's at Ally Bank. And that should cover 90% of emergencies that pop up. Medical visit, copay. I need to get some emergency item for my daughter. All of those expenses should be covered easily by a $3,000 emergency fund. And then if something catastrophic happens, such as having to bring my daughter to the emergency room, which I have had to do twice last year, and there were several thousands of dollars each visit, or I lose my job, right? I thought, okay, then I'll just leverage my brokerage account to fill the gap from the $3,000 emergency fund that I have in liquid cash. Now, again, the more and more I thought about it, the more I'm like, well, should a catastrophic emergency happen, my preference would be to not pull from my brokerage account just because I want to keep that money invested. So it just started to make more sense to me to have the emergency fund 100% in liquid cash and not have any of it in my brokerage account. So with that, I am starting over in terms of building up this huge emergency fund. Now, $15,000, like I said, would cover 3 months. So that's approximately $5,000 per month. I would love to get this to 1 year of emergency funds saved. So right now I'm starting with the $15,000 target, but the goal is to keep going past that. That's why I thought to just start this series, because this is going to be more of a long-term savings goal. It's probably going to take me 2, maybe even 3 years to save up that 1 year emergency fund all in liquid cash. But let's come back. $15,000 is our first target. Balance on the emergency fund is $4,102.27. Since I am just starting this series now, I'm going to take you back a bit in terms of just some of the historical deposits I put in to get me to this point, and then I will be doing weekly updates on this goal because I plan to put money into it on a weekly basis. And it's just a really good way to share my journey with you and also hold myself accountable. Okay, so let's just go all the way back. So on December 7th, I had a balance of $2.97 in my emergency fund. Then I pulled out $3,000 on December 26th. That $3,000 went towards my brokerage account to help me finally hit 6 figures. Then on the 29th, I put in 100 of December. January 2nd, I put in 150. January 3rd, I put in $25. January 4th, I put in $75. January 6th, $10. January 9th, $200. January 16th, that was a payday. I put in $2,510.25. As you can see here, I have been just aggressively trying to throw as much money in my emergency fund as possible, just giving it a priority. Then on January 17th, I put in another $325. January 22nd, $200. January 26th, $50. January 30th, $200. January 31st, $100. The 31st again, another $50. And then February 1st, which is a final deposit of $100. So even if we just look at the last week in terms of how much I've put in, so just looking from January 26th to February 1st, I put in $500 if my math is correct. Let me just do that really quick. 200 plus 100 is 300, 400. Yes, that is $500. So it's definitely one of my top goals for 2014 to, at a minimum, try to hit this $15,000 target in the emergency fund. Now, I'm also a realist. A lot of things will need to go right in 2024 for me to hit this $15,000 target. One of them is being employed the entire year, which I'm not sure will happen, but hopefully it does, and I can stay on track. But I think that's a good thing about documenting these type of journey is you'll get to experience the ups and the downs with me, and I do believe in full transparency, so I will be sharing all the details that happen along this journey with you. So this was my kickoff video for the emergency fund weekly series of videos. I am 27% towards the goal of $15,000. So I hope you'll join me for this journey as well, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.